Hi everyone, welcome to the Workgroup Serving Benchmark um, Tooling Sync. Today is September 11, and yeah, if you have any topics, feel free to add those. Yeah, let's start with V0.2 tracking. Let's go over 0.2. We still have quite a few items here that we need to close out before we can cut the release. Tracing looks like yeah, we need to reach out to Aishwarya to see where she's at here. I'll follow up in the chat. Jason, any updates on the request rate sweeps?
Yeah, I moved this out of work in progress today. The PR linked to the issue? It should be.
Yeah.
I've removed the logic around sliding window. What it does now is it samples the active requests and then it calculates the interval between samples normalized over time so that they're each QPS, and then it takes P95 or 99 by default. This overfits pretty significantly, but that is like the acceptable trade-off for this initial implementation. And so in general, we should have people do linear plus overfitting and then improve on this later.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm assuming it also helps it keep a little simpler than before.
Yeah, the logic is a lot simpler.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, once you remove the work in progress from the title too, I can review it.
Sounds good.
And any risks with getting this merged? Does it considerably change any of the existing logic?
It does have refactoring, and it adds the ability to time out worker requests. So it's non-zero risk. However, I've pretty significantly tested it over the past 4 days, and I haven't seen any like just general end-to-end issues with it.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Just take a look and we can get this merged. So.
Yeah, sounds good. I removed the work in progress as well. I think the one open question, Brendan brought up a good point. The only non-defaulted configuration is the generation type. I would be fine switching to defaulting to linear, but then requiring that someone specify the number of stages that they want to generate. A part of the reason why we have to pick one configuration that's not defaulted is because there's like no intuitive way to specify like a configuration block where all items have a default. So we kind of have to pick one to make people specify it so that you can actually specify like auto stage. Otherwise, you have to do like auto stage enabled, which is also not intuitive to me. So,
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting point as well. what are we calling the config to enable this?
If you scroll down a little bit, just in the PR body, you can see the output. So there's auto stage, and then you have to pick gen type, timeout, num stages, stage duration, and percentile are all options. Right now, the one you have to specify is gen type, but we can switch it. It probably makes more sense to do default gen type to linear and then require someone to specify num stages.
Okay. Yeah. I'm wondering if auto stage is yeah, auto stage, like with how we have defined, I think it makes it clear. But I'm wondering if someone isn't familiar with how you are configuring it. Something that could say it's a request rate sweep to saturation a little better. I'm thinking there could be a better name for it. I don't know what specifically that is.
No, that's fine. I'm fine with taking a little bit of time today, and we can offline chat about whatever makes sense for these. I don't know if any of them are particularly well named, so
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, let's find this out in the PR. Okay, going back here, explicit timeout to be set on requests. Yeah, Shia's looking at this one. We'll reach out to him to see where he's at. And for the new data set, I saw Radhika pushed more changes to this. Yeah, looks like the PR might not be linked. I saw it in the open PR. Can go over it there. I think this we should be able to merge today, I think. And the model server client, I think this one also was rebased, but since the recent metrics went in for prefix cache hit rate, I think this needs an update after the rebase to make sure this passes. Yeah, hopefully you can get that fixed today. And lastly, Prometheus stage metric duration. Yeah, I don't know if you had a chance to look at this one, Jason.
yeah, I think we can close this. I think this is correct, or the comment is correct. So I'm fine closing it for now.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Brendan, if you've seen this issue in any of the like automated testing.
I have not so far.
Okay. Yeah, then let's close it. Yeah, if you notice an issue, you can open it back again. Cool. Okay, that's one way to get to 50%. Yeah, I think that's mainly the milestone tracking. Let's look at new issue triage. If there is anything coming in. See, one, publish Helm chart to Quay.
Yeah, I think we can probably do this as a follow-up to 0.20 but we should version the Helm chart and publish it via OCI, because right now our Helm instructions are to download source and install from source, but this should just be a published Helm chart.
Okay, makes sense.
I'm not sure what permissions or how we're set up to push images to Quay, and if we need like Chen or something, or if you have permissions, but
Yeah, I think we have Quay credentials that the maintainers have access to. So yeah, let me know. Does this have to be like in our GitHub Actions as part of CI, or just a one-time thing is enough?
I think it should. I'll have to double check, because like ideally we have a Helm chart to do off the latest images, and then we have a Helm chart to do stable.
Yeah.
But I'll check a little bit what that's supposed to look like. But yeah, this should be a part of CI going forward.
Okay. If you're making it part of CI, I think you should be able to just use the use our existing credentials as like environment variable secrets. Yeah.
Okay.
If you run into something, I can help out.
All right.
Let me mark this as a feature. So you can target for next release. Okay, that's all in needs triage. Let's look at the open PRs. Yeah, this is the one we briefly talked about. Yeah, looks like you LGTM'd. Listen, let me approve this to run. Yeah, once it passes, I can approve it. Cool, so we'll get that merged. Saturation detection, we already discussed. Refactor run stage to function. Took a brief look, and yeah, it seems pretty straightforward.
I gotta
Is
check.
the other,
Yeah.
is the other change relying on this?
It is relying on it. Let me check if it's in the other one or if it's dependent on this PR. It's included in the other one, so I can just close the run stage PR.
Okay, let's close this then. Improve efficiency and readability of data generators. Yeah, I think this looked, yeah, the change itself looks good. Let's see if they can add some information about testing. Just to
In
make
general,
sure.
yeah. Ideally, we have our own tests going forward, but also like we don't have an issue open for those improvements, and it's not pulled into this milestone, and it feels like one we don't need to pull into this milestone right before this milestone without automated testing.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think it's mainly like one, making sure we are letting people contribute to things, but at the same time, how can we make sure we keep it stable enough? So yeah, maybe right after this release, can merge that, and hopefully testing can be added soon after, at least some initial ones. right? Like the um, mock server with Echo or something. Cool. Infinity Instruct, this is another data set. That's not the same as the previous one. Build you know, Jason?
Yeah, this is the other one is a different data set, and this one's Bilsum.
Okay.
They were both like referenced in the issue to support.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I can get that pushed. This one, Brendan.
This one should be good to go. If anyone has time to take a look at this one. Yeah, nothing's really changed since last week. It's mostly just cleanup.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I think the only thing we need to make sure is like, yeah, with multiple changes going in, if we had to rebase or do anything to check in, let's make sure things are working for you much.
Yeah, I don't believe I don't believe there are any merge conflicts, but yeah, it'd be nice to get in, but it would nice to be getting somewhat soon, just in case something causes a merge conflict.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I think I already reviewed this one, so I'll get it merged as well. TGI we talked about. This one, do you want to keep it or drop at this point?
This one I'm going to close out and just make a working branch for now. I'm going to continue to make to split this one into multiple PRs as I have time.
Okay, let's split it up then. Yeah, trace load gen.
I think so. I tested with Llama 3.18b. It has a higher context length, but still I'm seeing timeouts. So I like the context length theory that I had that doesn't make sense now. So I think we can merge this and I can take that up like in another peer because this has the basic functionality and yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. So the timeout is it happening anytime we replay a trace or only under specific conditions?
So if the number of requests is like huge, it'll happen then. So when I run the trace the Azure data set,
Yeah.
then it fails, but like for smaller values, it doesn't fail.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, and timeout. I'm assuming you're still running against VLLM on this small model for
Yeah,
the test.
so I tried both. I tried this model as well as Llama 3.18b, and I'm seeing timeouts in for both.
Okay, makes sense. Mainly, I'm wondering if it has to do with a resource consumption or something else. On the server side, do we see like a request time going high, like in Prometheus or something, where we can see?
Not really. So I checked VLLM metrics and those look like well within limits. You can just give me a second.
Do we know what rate the replay is attempting to run at?
What rate? Yeah, I have the report. Just a second. I'll just open it. Yeah, so the mean latency that I see is 5 minutes, just getting the rate. Request per second is 2.65.
What hardware is this running on?
A100.
The benchmark?
Yeah.
I'm asking where are you running the benchmark client inference perf from?
Okay, so I'm running it from like a VM, and that has like to check like close to 32 CPUs, vCPUs.
Okay, makes sense.
Can this be a function of the resource, the hardware I'm running it from, right?
Yeah, it could be if we are. I don't know if you ran it recently. I think Jason's recent PR improves the CPU utilization, where we are now should be able to.
So I've run it today itself, and I'm seeing like I'm still seeing failures.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can even spend some time debugging sometime just to make sure. Yeah, it's not something that isn't a function of yeah, how fast we are trying to play the traces or anything. You said the
Correct.
request latency is at over 5 minutes. Is that where the timeout is coming from?
Right.
If we increase it to like something
I,
crazy like 10 or 15 minutes, does
yeah,
does it
I
pass?
tried 10 minutes. Yet like I am seeing failures after 10 minutes.
Okay.
Is this PR rebased on latest?
Yeah, it is.
And then the other thing was, are you able? I linked the Python Gunicorn server that just echoes with instantaneous latency. Have you been able to try this PR
Yeah,
against?
I did not try that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be a good one to try because it will get rid of any of the latency on the server side. That can give us an idea on there is no server side latency at all. Does this work, or is there anything on the client side?
And then the last question was, do you have stats on what like a request data this is actually trying to send? Like, is it like average context length, like 16K or something?
I don't think it's 16K. It's like around 7K. Average context length is around 7K.
And you said 2.6 requests per second is what the trace is attempting to send?
This is the achieved request rate.
What's the, because like you're trying to do a load timer based off of the trace. We should be able to tell like what the trace QPS is supposed to be.
Is it reported in the achieved QPS in the report?
Yeah, it should report the achieved, but like if you're hitting these timeouts, like the achieved doesn't mean a whole lot. Like the trace load timer probably is like it could be at 150, requests per second, and at 7K on A100 with Llama 8B, that's gonna be way too much.
So the schedule delay that I'm seeing, it's 2326. Can this have something to do with that? It's like 38 minutes.
For schedule delay, yes, but that can be just that like you've completely saturated the load generator. Like it's not able to handle that many active requests because the trace is trying to send so many active requests at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that this says that we are not able to match, like we can't match the trace. I mean, the request throughput that the trace expects.
Yeah, it's just determining what is a function of that, right? Like that's just a symptom. The function either is the trace is way too high or the model server is not able to meet what the trace is intending to do, or the load generator isn't able to meet what the trace is intending to do and the model server can.
Yeah, since we're out of time, we can do a couple of things. Actually, if we can provide like the config that you're using as logged by the um, inference perf tool, and the report which has all the numbers on like schedule, delay, achieved QPS, and all that. I think we can take a look on
Yeah.
this issue itself. If
Yeah.
something is easy to spot, I think we can then find out there and move on. Yeah, mainly since we are closer to V0.2, I just want to make sure if there is something fundamentally on the client side that is an issue, we might want to wait until getting this in, right? Since some of the other changes are going into. But if we think it's mainly a factor of like, like the CPUs that we are using on the client side or something like that, then I think once we verify that, we should be able to get this in.
Right. Let me attach a report on GitHub in the PR description.
Sounds good. Yeah.
And
Thank-
I have the config file checked in, so we can try that. And I'll also link the data set, that the trace data set that I have.
Sounds good. And also, if you run it in debug mode, you should be able to get some more on how long the workers at the individual level are delayed. That might be good to see as well. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Once you add that, I think we can take a look and decide. And yeah, if we need to meet separately to have like a debugging session, that also we can do once people have a little bit more time.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Okay, quickly looking at other open PRs. That is mainly it. I think TGA we just talked about Aishwarya before. You joined. There is one more failure here that seems to be due to um, a recent metrics change that Jason merged, adding the prefix hit rate. So
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll
yeah,
do that.
some missing key here should be simple to fix. Cool. Yes, that's mainly it. Anything else from anyone? Open topics? Cool. All right then. Yeah. Well, I had one topic around like how people are using the tool and such, but probably we'll take it next time since we're over time. All right. See you all next time. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.